So this morning started off really nice. I woke up, I felt like I had energy, I took my time, I relaxed, I took my shower, all the things. And I didn't rush it. I just enjoyed the morning, right? Next time I push a little harder because ever since I started filming, it has been interruptions of all the things, not just people, but animals. The siren has just been. Anyway, yeah. Next time we don't enjoy it so much, we get through it so we can get down here and get the shit done. Because damn. So hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is a Valentine's mug. It is my Minnie and Mickey mug. And on the back it says, Born Original. Which we all have been. I think we all have been. We're born original. Anyway, I think this was a coffee mug from my husband, or my husband had gotten it and I've claimed it. That happens occasionally with coffee mugs between us. It's got a dragon on it. I keep it. It's my dragon. I keep it. To be fair, if it's a coffee mug, I tend to want it anyway. Anyway, in our Born Original coffee mug, as you recall, my brother gave me this Hampstead organic tea sampler. We've tried a couple of them from here, and today we are trying the Pure Green Mint tea. It has green tea. I mean, not green mint. It's just pure green tea. This has green tea, that's it, green tea. It has it listed in all kinds of languages. Zutaten, Gruner tea. Ingredients. The vert. Te verde. Yeah. Cha verde. Coronte. Lots of different languages on the back of this. All right, so this just started steeping. We're going to go ahead and give it a sip so we can go ahead and jump in and get started. So far, there's not really much of a scent to it. Very, very faint. That's green. I did use 2 bags. Yeah, I'm getting definitely a greeny, green taste, if that makes sense. All right, just turned our music down because I don't want YouTube to go, wait a minute, that's copyright. It's funny, I had that thing down on 1, but you know how the music fluctuates and some of the songs are louder than others? Yeah, so I went ahead and took care of that. So we are into Valentine's, thus the Valentine-ish mug. There are no actual Valentines on it, but I'm pretty sure that this was a Valentine's mug. And of course, we have lots of new releases, though not nearly as many seem geared for Valentine's as I expected. And it was kind of slow going at the beginning of this month, but I'm sure our next one at the end of the month is going to be like, there's lots of stuff. So let's go ahead and enjoy the piece while we can and get started on this list. So first we have Shine by Cosmetics. They have 7 Halo Horizons and 17 Duochromes launching. Okay, so there's not much said, although they have Halo. I'm not sure what the Halo Horizons. There is no release date on here. However, the Duochromes will be $6 US, which is a really nice price for US. $8 CAD. Halo Horizons will be $16.50, so they must be amazing. And then the Halo bundle of 7 is $115. You're not really saving much. You're saving about 50 cents. Personally, I think bundles should be put together in such a way that you end up saving a little money. If you're only saving 50 cents, that's not enough of a savings to go, oh, hey, here's a bundle. I mean, it's a savings. So, I mean, you're saving 50 cents, I think. If I did that all in my head correctly, you are saving 50 cents. But is that really worth making a bundle over? Is that worth me spending all that money on a bundle? I mean, it'd be one thing if I liked, let's say I like 6 of the hollows, and getting the bundle would get me the 7th one for nearly free, right? That would be a good deal. That I would go ahead and go, you know what? So I'm not as big a fan as number 7 as I am of the other 6. I'll go ahead and pick up the whole bundle anyway because I'm only spending $1 or $2 on number 7. That would be cool. But this is not it. That's not what this is. They are charging you almost the full price for the whole bundle. So I think the bundle here is almost just pick out the ones you like. And speaking of the ones I like, hello, who's back there? She's like directly behind me. It is Big Ol' Sora. Big Ol' Sora has been like having to show up in my videos via eating. She doesn't like to be picked up, so I won't pick her up. She really doesn't like being picked up. Anyway, so in the ones that they have here, I can't tell if there's 6 shades in here or 7 shades in here. But I will say the gold, the purples, and that green color are very, very pretty. Would I purchase them? Probably not. Probably not. $6 is really good for duochromes. Duochromes go for insane prices at most places. So if you're into duochromes, you may want to go ahead and give these a try. I mean, just based on the price. Let me know how they work out for you because they don't generally work out well for me. So next we have the Vault Volume 3 from, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Moonlit Makeup? Take a look. All right, so my question is that they have it spelled MVNDI, and then makeup is also MVKEUP. It's a little confusing, guys. I don't know how to pronounce it. So if I've butchered the name, I apologize. Hopefully someone will know and will let me know down below the proper way to pronounce that name. However, they've released this Volume 3. They've called it a palette. I have to say, it looks like a bunch of glitters. It looks not only like a bunch of glitters, it looks like a bunch of loose glitters. So I wouldn't call this a palette. Yeah, it's, okay, so it is glitter gels in a palette. And again, I guess you could call it a palette, but to me it's not a palette. It's a collection. To me, this would be a collection, not a palette. And I get putting it in one thing. You can go ahead and say it's a palette. I mean, a palette can be anything. You can have a palette of nails or whatever. But to me, this is not the I guess it's not the standard palette. That's probably one of the things about it. Anyway, so it is glitter gels. Some of them look like flat out loose glitters, but they say they're gels. We've got a range of what looks to be really fine glitter to very chunky or chunky-ish glitter. There's some beautiful colors in here. Would I buy this? No. No, I'm not interested in it at all. It is normally $150, which means I'm really not interested in it. And even if I had the money, would I buy this? Probably not. I'm getting more into glitters a little bit now that I have a glitter gel that seems to really have some adhesion to it, but I don't like the glitter gels so far that I've tried. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to try other glitter gels from other companies, but I'm not spending $170 to do that. Next is a quick announcement for Makeup and Cocktails. Look what they have coming out sometime this year. So this will be a creamy full coverage concealer. I don't have an announcement date or a price for it yet. They do have 12 shades. It does look like they at least tried to hit the range really well. Maybe I'm wrong. Now that I'm looking at these a little more closely, no. All right, so the middle four look like they're all different. I mean, they're all gradients of beige, but they all look like they're different. But the two towards the top in the first row look the same. The next two, one just looks like it's warmer than the other. And in the last row, the way the picture is put together, the one on the end in the middle row and the first one in the last row look almost the same. It could be shadows. They could be different. The next four, both, looks like there's two sets of two. So I don't know if there's actually 12 shades, and there's not much of this announcement. Would I buy it? Would depend on the price. Probably not. I've been very happy with my NYX, what are you? Bear With Me Concealer Serum, because it's not heavy and it really works when you have eyes that are starting to show the older lines, and something heavier than that would probably emphasize those lines a little bit. That said, I might give it a try. It would depend on the price. Anyway, so that's coming out. They don't have a lot about it. It's supposed to be creamy and full coverage. We'll have to see when they announce it as coming out. Next, we have from Medusa's Makeup. They have been hinting at their lip love with their hydrating and glossy lip oils. There will be 6 delicious flavors. They may be out already. I'll have to check for you. 6 delicious flavors and shades to treat your pout. It's like a taste of luxury. Always vegan, and cruelty-free, because beauty should feel good inside and out. I like that. I want to say right now, from what I'm seeing on Instagram, and I didn't grab everything, because some of them are the larger brands, and you know we try to stick with mostly the smaller brands. Catrice, Estate, and a few others are sometimes featured here, but they are some of our rare large brands. We don't usually go into the bigger brands, but I'm seeing a lot of lip oils and lip tints coming out across brands. So I think this is the year of the lip oil. Considering some of us are still wearing masks, I'm kind of surprised. But also considering the fact that most people are not wearing masks, are not wearing masks, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Everybody had to hide their mouths for the majority of the last couple of years. And I could see them kind of diving in and just going in for the whole lip thing, because now you're starting to show them off a little bit. And so I can see that. Would I buy these? Maybe. Gonna go with maybe. I've been very happy with my e.l.f. lip oil that I've had for years, so maybe. It would depend on the price. They probably wouldn't beat e.l.f., but it's interesting that everybody seems to be coming out with lip oils and lip tints. So our next is from Catrice, who we were just talking about, right? They've come out with this little cute limited edition Heart Affair blush stamp. So these are really, really cute. It does only come in 2 shades, something that's sort of an orangey color, and then it comes in this bright pinky burgundy color, because yes, I already bought it. The stamp is really cute. You will get to see me, I am wearing it, the stamp. You will get to see me apply it for the Get Ready With Me that I did this look for. Here's the color. It is, when you touch it with just your finger, it doesn't feel like it does anything, but it is actually very damp and wet-ish when it goes on the skin. But it does, even after you apply it, there's still a little bit on that stamp, so even after you apply it, just a little bit, and I wouldn't recommend stamping it and then doing this, but even after you apply it, it works out, it fluffs out nicely with the brush. So I'm not unhappy with this purchase. Would I purchase it? I did. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. It's a cute little gimmicky, gadgety type thing. It is adorbs. I'm not mad at having purchased it, but even if I suspect it's limited edition, and even if it weren't, I probably wouldn't repurchase. So Sydney Grace is doing something a little unusual. They do release a particular bundle every month. For the February 2024 bundle, however, they're not just listing out one bundle. They've actually listed out 3. Take a look. All right, so they're only showing one of the 3 bundles, and I will say this setup is cute. It is cute. So they are saying that the bundle is available in deep, medium, and light. The deep bundle contains 3 pressed shadows, Whispering Rose, I Love You, Love Letters, 1 cream bronzer in Funnel Cake, and 1 cream blush in Free Spirit. The medium bundle contains 3 pressed shadows, Whispering Rose, I Love You, Love Letters, 1 cream bronzer, Brown Sugar, and 1 cream blush in Free Spirit. And then the light bundle contains 3 pressed shadows, Whispering Rose, I Love You, Love Letters, 1 cream bronzer in Cinnamon Roll, and 1 cream blush in Country Home. So they're all going to have the same 3 shadows. 2 of them are having the same blush. One of them is having a different blush. I'm assuming that the different blush is a lighter blush than the other one. And then they all have a different colored cream bronzer. The price is $28, and they say that these are mostly new items. Only Cinnamon Roll and Brown Sugar have been previously available, and only in select 2023 mystery bags. So only 2 of the things have been seen anywhere. They've been seen in mystery bags. Everything else is new. Would I purchase this? No. No. The eyeshadows are too nude and neutral for me. I don't like cream bronzers or blushes, so I'm not interested in that. So even if I had the money, would I purchase these? No. I do think that that is a really good price for them, but yeah, I'm not interested. Not interested. Okay, so the next one is one of those that I've kind of been anticipating a little bit, and that is the Glam Light and Betty Boop collection. So I do believe this whole collection is out now, and what you have in the collection is you can get the Betty Boop PR box full collection for $118. The full collection without the PR box is $106. They have the Drop Boop palette for $32. Say that one 15 times fast. A Drop-A-Licious mascara for $15. Bring On the Boop lip kit for $14. A blush duo for $14. The mirror for $25. Lashes for $12. And a lenticular motion bag for $35. It is sold separately. It is not in the bundle or the PR box. So if you want that, you have to add that price to the full collection of $106 or the PR box of $118. That's going to be extra. I have to say I'm not interested in most of this collection. I'm not interested in the lenticular bag, not interested in the lashes, not really interested in the mascara. I don't think I'm particularly interested in the lipsticks. I am tempted with this palette. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I do think they kind of missed the mark Because if you take a look at Betty Boop, she's got the black hair, she's got the red lips, but she's got gold earrings. She wears a red dress, but she's got the gold earrings. And what's the one color they didn't include? Gold. They really could have easily pulled out one of these browns or the black, because God, Lord knows, nobody needs any more blacks. We've all got blacks. We've all got blacks. I've got blacks up the yang. I think I got black in their last palette. We don't need the blacks. The blacks can go. At any rate, one of these shades could easily go, and they could have put a gold in it. So I do feel they missed the mark a little bit on the palette. Would I purchase the palette? Probably not. I do like some of the colors in here. I do like that deep matte berry. I do like the shimmery purple. Oh, those are probably the only two. That's kind of sad. I thought there was more in it. As a palette, it looks very cohesive. It does look well put together. But yeah, this would not be my next purchase from them. The blush duo. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. This is cute. I do think that light pink would be a little too light on me. And the more, I don't know if that's a peachy pink or a rosy pink. It's tempting. But again, I'm looking at the colors and going, they probably don't quite work for me. So even though it's tempting, I mean, this whole collection is kind of tempting. I'll put you down for that. So even though it's tempting and it's got the cute Betty Boop on the light pink and the hearts on the darker color, I will probably pass on that. I will say, however, for once, I'm actually interested in the mirror. The mirror, what did I say it was? 25? Would I purchase that if I had the money? Yes, probably I would. I don't have the money, so I probably won't purchase it, but I think that's cute. I would just, yeah, they're cute. I'm interested. I'm interested. I'm going to just say that. I'm interested. Okay, so next we have from Game Beauty, the Titan Spirit Attack on Titan Makeup Collection, Volume 1. So one of the things I like about Game Beauty is that when they announce these, they do make sure to let you know that they're licensed. So they aren't stealing. They aren't, they aren't violating any copyrights or anything. They have actually paid to do these collections, to getting the licensing for these. So they're licensing collab with one of our favorite anime titles through all time. Volume 1 of this collection features 3 eyeshadow quads inspired by wall emblems and 4 lip glosses for the most loved heroes from the series. I don't have a release date on here at this point. It might be released already. If it is, it'll all be down below regardless. But the quads are the Maria quad, the Rose quad, the Sina quad, all of are $18. The lip glosses are $15 and come in Erin, Mikasa. If I butcher the names, I apologize. This is not a particular franchise I've watched. Levy, Armin, Shadow. There's a Shadow bundle for $49. So you can get all 3 of the quads for $49, which is a savings of almost $15. You can get the lip bundle for $55. You can get all products with no gift box for $96, or you can get the full gift box set for $106. Would I purchase these? Probably not. The quads look cute, but they don't scream anything new to me. And, if you're going to have basic colors, do something with them. A lot of these colors are just basic. And I get it. They're basing it off an anime. I haven't seen the anime. I don't know how well these colors reflect the anime. I do like the packaging that they have for it. Um, I do like the packaging on the glosses, but they really don't show you the colors of what those glosses would be. So at this point, I'm going to say that's going to all have to be a pass for me. MBA Cosmetics is releasing the Moonlit Marsh palette. I do think that this is a very pretty palette. Would I buy this? Depends on the price. There are a lot of basics in here. I'm sure some of these are duochromes or multichromes or something to help make it interesting. That yellow at the top is beautiful. It looks like it is a shimmer. I like the orange right below it. Also looks to be a shimmer. They have another black. Get rid of the damn blacks, guys. We got enough blacks. Stop giving us blacks. Makeup companies, stop giving us blacks. We don't need blacks. There's one called Crawdad. It is the second blue down on the lower part of the image. I think that's pretty. If I had the money, I might buy this. I'm going to say I'm on the fence on it. Depends on the price. It looks like it's got a number of shades. Looks like a 16 pan palette. I might. It would depend on the price. It really would depend on the price on that one. I think that's a very pretty palette. I don't know what they were. I guess they were aiming for a Moonlit Marsh. I do think that the color story does kind of reflect that a little bit. And yeah, I'd be interested in that one. Then from Orball Cosmetics, we've got a lot of them just throwing stuff out. They are introducing their Hot Drop Powder Kiss and Raspberry lipsticks. So again, not too many details on the post that I have for here right now. There are 3 colors. There's it looks like a bright pink, a neutral peach, and it looks like the back is a red. Yes, so the red is Hot Drop. The more peachy color is Powder Kiss. And the brighter pink is Roseberry, which fits. I think they did really good on naming these. I'll say that for sure. Would I try them? I might. I actually might. I might try that red in the back. It looks a little orangey for me, but depending on the price, yeah, I think I'd give these a shot. I've been wanting to try something from Orball for a while. They've got a couple of palettes that I want to get my hands on. I just haven't done it yet. Alrighty, so next we have from Melt Cosmetics. Apparently people have wanted browns, so they went ahead and re-released their Neutral Browns Petite Stack. Lord, this is brown. Yes, this is brown. They are doing the pocket-sized packaging, so they'll be small so that you can take it everywhere with you. It includes 4 staple matte shadows in a range of wearable neutral tones and 1 pop of champagne shimmer, which, by the way, is also a neutral tone. Works really well with browns, but it's also a neutral tone. The Petite collection is already available. I'll list it down below with the price. But would I buy this? No. Those colors would disappear on me so fast it wouldn't even be funny. I don't care if you're Melt. I don't care who you are. Nomad browns disappear on me. Cosmic Brushes browns, it's the color story. It's the browns. It's the fact that I am brown and the browns just go whoosh. That medium, my skin eats them up. I keep telling you guys, my skin eats them up. All right, next we have from Playing in Makeup from Yolando. This will be out probably the same day that I put this up for you guys to see, or the day before. They are introducing their Majestic Eyeshadow Palette. Okay, so they say this is a collection of matte, duochrome, and shimmer shades. They have a buttery texture that will glide on effortlessly, ensuring an easy blend so even beginners can achieve professional looking eye makeup looks. It is 30 shades, which is a bit above my pay grade. It's a bit above my attention span, folks. Although I've been pushing that with some of the palettes I've been picking up. Would I purchase this? Probably not. It's pretty, and it does look fairly cohesive, and it's like, yes, they have, some of them do feel a little scattered. There's a red that's not with the other reds, but in general, the pinks and purples are together, and then there's some reds, and then there's a couple of outlier colors like some champagnes and golds, and it is a very pretty palette. I cannot tell if that bottom color, Sophia, is black or dark purple. I'm hoping it's dark purple. The one thing that I do appreciate, and I did let Nomad know this, actually. I did tell Nomad that I'm getting tired of all duochromes in the palettes. Their last 3 palettes, maybe 4, with the exception of the brown, the neutral that they did with the traveling collection they did, have all had duochromes and no regular shimmers. And I get it, duochromes are the thing of the day, but honestly, I really wish that all of those palettes that they've released so far, they've got one more coming out that they say is going to have a bunch of duochromes in it. I really wish that they would just remove some of the duochromes and put in some plain shimmers so that you're not playing a guessing game with what is actually going to show up on your eyes. I know other people probably don't have the same issues trying to figure out what it's going to work together based on the shifts, but I do, because the shifts don't always show up for me the way they're presented on the in the palette. I don't get a gold to pink or a purple to pink or a purple to green or whatever it is. I don't get that. I either get the purple or a blackish green. That's what I get. So I would really love to see some regular shimmers with the duochromes. Let's not make everything that's shiny in a palette a duochrome. It's really starting to get on my nerves. I love looking at them. I think they're beautiful colors. I just don't work well with them. And I think when you make a palette all mattes and duochromes or multichromes, you make it much harder for people to use the palette. They have said that they will be doing regular shimmers again very soon. Not the next palette, but the palette after that. But I really am seeing a lot of these brands just pull out, well, we've got all these mattes and everything else is going to be duochromes. And I really, stop it. Like the blacks, stop it, please. They're pretty, but some of us need the regular shimmer shades that don't shift to really be able to build up a look, even with your duochromes. So that's me bitching. That's my soapbox right now, that and blacks. So that's on me. You guys are welcome. We're all free to disagree, right? So this is just me. I want to see regular shimmers. I'm just a little tired of everything being a duochrome now. We've had them for the last few years. You guys can tone it down. Find something else. Davini Beauty is releasing their Ascension palette. So I was really curious about this when I saw the cover. The cover is gorgeous. I didn't show you the cover. At the end of this, I'm going to have to put 3 different pictures in a row because of the way it came out and the fact there's only 3 things. There's not 4 things, so I can't quad them. But I saw the cover of this and went, oh, I'm really curious about what they're doing. And I'm going to say the palette just doesn't really seem to disappoint in that respect. So they've customized each pigment in this palette. And she says this collection is a love letter to her David in heaven. These are 26 millimeter pans filled with 9 buttery and highly pigmented mattes and 5 special shimmers that include metallic, basic, hollow, and hollow chrome, and 1 extra special glitter. So this is the way to do a palette. She has mattes, shimmers, And then she gets into the special, she has some special shades. And by having fewer special shades, she makes them actually special. This palette is releasing on the 16th and will be $65. How many shades were in there? 65? 65 is a touch steep for a 15 pan palette, but she did say these are larger pans. And I have to say, there is a lot in here that is basic, but I love this. I actually love this. This is interesting. This is fairly basic in terms of shades. And again, you've got a black. We're not going to go there. I think a deeper purple would have been nice there rather than a black. But I get where the black came from. She is doing this whole, you can tell from the picture, she's doing this whole space thing. Space is black to us, right? So we have to have a black, right? If you buy this, you will never, ever need a black again. Anyway, I love the two purplish colors in the middle. Realm and Contact is the shimmery kind of shade or glittery shade. And then I think, I'm looking at these neutrals. I think only 2 of these neutral shades would be a problem for me. I have a color similar to that really light violet on my eyes right now. I like this. I like this. If I had the money, would I purchase this? Yes. I really like this. I love the art. I love the fact that she's mixed the types of products, you know, mattes, shimmers, special shades. I love that. And I really think it's a very pretty color story that fits for the theme that she really went for. That's a palette I think that's done right. They paid attention to the theme, and then they did a really nice mix of things. And even their neutrals are something that most of them I could work with. So that is a palette that, yes, at $65 with the larger pans, I probably would go ahead and buy that if I had the money. Anyway, so moving right along from that pretty, Blend Bunny is releasing a mascara. So they said, I love this, we don't need our mascara to give us shivers down our spine or fix our credit score. It would be nice if it fixed the credit score, but it doesn't need to fix our credit score. We just want it to be good. No dramatics, no outlandish promises for sale. Give us some good mascara with an affordable price. This is already out. It is $13. I love this packaging. I mean, mind you, it's a mascara, but I love this packaging. And it says Lash Perfecting Mascara. I can't read what they put there. I can't tell if they put a cursive thing on there. It looks like they tried, but it's kind of messy. You can't really read it. I'm actually interested in this. I've been playing around with mascaras a bit more. Basically, I had to throw away a whole bunch of them. And so now I need to replace them. Well, I can probably wait to replace a little bit. I still got some to go through. But I did just recently have to throw out a whole bunch that had gotten older and were getting clumpy and all of that stuff. So would I try this if I had the money? Probably. I would want to make sure that I had something else I was buying. I wouldn't buy just the mascara from Blend Bunny, but I would look for something else to purchase with that. I'm definitely interested. Next, Fantasy Cosmetica is introducing wizards into the party. So this will release on the 16th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I think PST. Anyway, the Wizard collection includes an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter palette, and a perfume. Most of their stuff does seem to include, when they do collections, do seem to include perfumes. The palette will be $39. You can get the single matte shadows for $5, the single duo or multi-chrome shadows for $10, And the single holochrome shadows for $19. The shadows will be available as singles or as the palette. The palette is magnetic and the shadows are removable. The palette has not been tested on animals. It's vegan. The perfume and palettes will be available in bundles. You can get the palette and a 10 milliliter perfume for $53, and the palette and a 30 milliliter perfume for $68. The perfume is inspired by laying in the grass and studying the night sky. Top notes are lemongrass, citrus, and marine notes. The heart is grass, bamboo, green leaves, and lavender. Base is dark musk, cedar, sage, and moss. All right, so first of all, I'm going to say no to the perfume. I already have enough problems with my allergies. I used to love perfumes and I used to love candles. I still love candles. I just generally can't light them. Generally. When you light a candle or you spray perfume, that fragrance is carried on droplets, and those, or, they're carried on particles, droplets or particles. And that shit sets my allergies off, and I end up not being able to breathe. So perfumes are always a no for me. And I do not know if those particular scents would be something my daughter is interested in. This highlighter palette is also a no for me. We've got a purple and what looks like two pinks. Not interested. I have some beautiful purples in my highlighters. I'm actually wearing one now, but not interested. The palette, I have to say, for a basic blues palette with a few other colors in it, I like this. I don't know why they picked this particular color combination for Wizards, but you basically got something like 6 blues, one leaning purple shimmer, and then 2 yellows. I like it. I like the contrast. I have seen some of the swatches, although I gotta tell you, after swatching some other stuff that I've seen swatched on Instagram, I question Instagram swatches. But this is pretty. This is very pretty, and it is a usable palette in the sense that it is not an overwhelming palette. There's 9 shades there. 9 to 18, I'm comfortable with. 9 to 20, 18 to 24, starting to push me a little bit into the ADHD area. Over 24, my brain just goes haywire. It's my brain. The palette, like I said, is $39. For 9 shades, I find that to be a little bit high. Not by much. But if I had the money, would I purchase that? Yeah, I think I'd purchase the palette. The rest of that collection, I could just, leave it. We are almost done, folks. We didn't have a whole lot tonight. All right, so next we have from Odin's Eye. They are launching their all-new Legendary Diversa series. Okay, so this collection comes with an Earthwood palette. The palettes are all 37. The Earthwood palette, a Spring Dragon palette, a Mighty Monster palette, and then it has a lip collection for $14 each. And let's see. This is a collaboration with the Fancy Face. And it's supposed to draw inspiration from landscapes of Jamaica, extending the tradition of their previous hummingbird eyeshadow palette to meticulously craft the earth and wood and lip collection. Continuing the story of the Chinese dragon, which aligns with 2024 being Year of the Dragon, we are excited to return to the Legendary Diversa series with YouTuber I think it's supposed to be Judy. Lots of U's. Launching the Spring Dragon palette and lip collection. And then with Annette's Makeup Corner, they are doing the Legendary Diversa series, creating the Mighty Monster palette and lip collection. This palette is inspired by Jormungandr, also known as the Midgard serpent in Norse Mythology. This is already released. It released on Valentine's Day, or will be releasing today or tomorrow, depending on when this finally makes it up. All right, so let's talk about it. Would I pick up the lip collection? They really don't show the lip stuff all that much. These palettes, I've got to say, Odin's Eye's got some interesting packaging. I'm not as into the covers on these as I have been in some of their past stuff. But beyond that, I love the way they put their palettes together, and I love the mirrors and the fact that they continue the theme of the cover through the inside. And most of these palettes are so pretty. Their palettes are usually put together very well in terms of color stories. Would I pick any of these up? So I think there's two of them I'm interested in. The one I think is probably the wood, the earthy one that they're talking about. It's in the top right-hand corner of the picture I showed. It has greens. It is a fairly... It does have a lot of very common shades. At this point, I don't think we're going to find too many shades that aren't common. But I do like that mossy green. I do like the lime green. The purple is pretty. There's a beautiful dark green and an aqua in there. Those are very pretty shades. I'd be interested in those. And the second palette is the one with the serpent in front of it. And it looks like a serpent bracelet. And that has that beautiful red and that goldenrod. Another, it looks like a more tealy green, two beautiful purples, and the light pale blue. I'd be interested in both of those palettes. So if I had the money, would I buy any of those? I would buy those two palettes for sure. Like I said, I haven't seen much on the swatching of the actual lip shades, so I can't say much on that. And yeah, I can't say much on those. But you know, a lot of times when I buy something from a brand, with a few exceptions, if the palette is really expensive, you know, like lately Nomad's palettes prices have gone up. So I'm not buying a lot of extra things with their palettes. If the palette's on sale for $15 or $20, which I have done with Nomad before, I'll pick up a lip gloss, or I'll pick up something else to go with it, to try other things in the collection other than the eyeshadow palettes. So with these, I would have to see the colors. And if I saw, you know, picking up two palettes would probably be my limit. But if the colors in one of the lip kits was really cute, I might pick up a lip. You know, I do that when I'm purchasing from these companies. I try to get more than just eyeshadow palettes. Although we all know there's two things that I collect more in my collection than anything else. Eyeshadow palettes and brushes. Yep. All right, so next we have from we all know I mispronounce this one all the time. Divaroon Cosmetics. They have three things coming in. It's supposed to be one collection, I believe, the Gloomy Gardens, but it has a palette, multichrome loose pigments, and woeful waterliners. All right, so the palette is $66. The loose pigments are $15 each, or a bundle of all four for $52. Saves you about $8. A saving of $2 each. And the waterliners are $9 each, or the bundle of all three for $24. Again, these savings are minuscule. Let's go ahead and look at these waterliners. These are some interesting color combinations. We got a purple and a gray, an orange and a red, and a tealy blue and a limey green. Would I purchase these? No, I don't get waterliners. You all know I have issues with my eyes. These kind of liners do not work for me at all. At all. The loose pigments, multichrome loose pigments. These are pretty. Y'all know I'm not really into loose shadows all that much. I do realize that loose shadows often can give you a better pigment payout, but I'm not into them all that much. They're just something that sit in my collection when I have them. They don't get used much. I don't see them because my palettes are just everywhere. They have taken over my life and my setup and my room, and they're everywhere. So they are much easier to see. I do have a new spot. You can barely see the edge of the Sip Spy box. Behind it is you can see the blue card sticking up out of it. Right. I'm trying right there. That blue card. That is in a clear container that has no lid, and I've started keeping some of my singles in there because you all know I like the star shows, the Moira star shows. I have some of the Lorella diamond eyeshadows and a few other things that I've gotten in boxes. So that is where they all go. And now that I have that, I do see them more frequently. So would I purchase these? Maybe. I really like the orange and the green. I want to go Halloween with these. But I do like the way they put the little, they do them like a powder where they have the holes and then they have something that can sit on top of it so you don't have spillage everywhere. One of the things that has always irritated me about loose shadows is that what you get them and you open up, you take off that top, that's it, you're done. You have that loose shadow. If you drop that loose shadow is everywhere. You cannot help it. And this will help reduce that issue quite a bit. I really like this packaging for loose shadows. So I'm definitely, if I had the money, I would definitely highly consider that. The palette, I have to admit I'm on the fence about this one. I find the color story interesting, and I do think it fits the theme of a gloomy garden where you have much more a darker, not muted, but more grungy shades, I guess, so to speak. Not really grungy. Maybe that's not what I'm talking about. Muddied shades. That are not nearly so bright, but you've got some really nice bright spots in it. So I think it fits the theme, but I'm still on the fence about it. And I'm going to keep staring at it because I'm on the fence. Would I purchase this if I had the funds? I'm going to still go with maybe. I can't say for sure. I think it fits the theme. I think they did a really good job with this collection and making sure that whole theme was, they kept within the theme. They paid attention to the assignment. That's what I'm trying to get at. They did it. They did it. Anyway, so did we. That is it for this week, for this last 2 weeks. I'm already finding stuff for our next one. It's constant, isn't it? It really is constant, and it really does sometimes feel like it's a little much. It does. Anyway, so that is all of our new releases. Most of them should be out by now. If not, they'll be coming out right around the time that this video goes up. I did have another one that I wanted to share with you. Unfortunately, it was limited edition, and it apparently came out like on the 9th, 7th, and it sold out in 2 hours. So, sorry about that, folks. But I'm not going to weekly with this. It's too much work. We're going to stick with every 2 weeks. And I hope that schedule has been working for you. Anyway, let me know down below if you're interested in any of the releases that I have highlighted today. And, or if not, if you don't want to comment on any of that, then just go ahead and give me a purple heart in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate it. And in the meantime, that is it. And I hope you like what you've seen and will do all the YouTube things and help us out. Subscribe, all that, share. Do those things. And we're going to give a sip of our tea, and we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. All right, we've been sitting here long enough for it to start to cool down. No. My green tea, I like green tea mixed with other stuff, but by itself, no. Oh, whoa, no. 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 Okay, so like I said, that's it. Love my daughters. Love my dragonettes. Hope you have a good one.